I remember that day I cried so hard that I even asked God, please God, can you kindly change my husband's mind? What is gotten into this man? Like, all of a sudden he's making such kind of a decision. Of course he's the man of the house, but it's really hard for me to accept what he has told me. After receiving such kind of a call from him, I got so devastated that it was really hard for me. You know what happened? Because it was business as usual. I'm so happy with my friends. I used to stay in Teen World, renting a cottage, 3-bed, $300, and the cost of living was really high, that COVID era. So what we used to do with my friends, would celebrate birthdays, exchange gifts, go to church, wearing heels. Life was so amazing. I was doing boot selling my pajamas. I would go to town, buy fabrics, design my fabrics, and I would deliver my pajamas after sewing. So that was the life that I was living. We'd go to restaurants, go to dinners with my friends. It was really amazing. Life was so good, but only to receive a call from my husband, like, in 2 weeks time we are going down to the villages. And I remember in 2019, after I got married, a year after, he told me we need to make a financial plan as a family. We are starting a family, so we need to start saving and building a home. And I was like, okay, we'll save. But I thought maybe we'll save whilst we are here in Harare, living such kind of a life that I love, the status, the lifestyle, eating what I want, because, hey, so it was on Thursday when I received that call. I was doing pajamas. I thought my life is ended. I got so lost that day that I cried to the Lord, like, there's no way that I'm going to accept such kind of a news. It was really hard for me. And I remember I was not earning that much that I could, like, I will stay here in Harare, I will rent, you go to the villages. I'm a wife, remember, and sometimes we become so stubborn when it comes to such kind of a decision. And I thought, in the villages, it's lonely, my friends, my business, it's booming, I'm starting to say, like, my business is booming. I would fund my own fuel. I'm starting to get my life together as a wife. No, man, no. So when he came home, he set me down. The first thing that he did, he prayed for me. Like, God, I want my wife to understand. We need a financial strategy here. We need to save and start building a home. We are a family. My family soon will get bigger. What can I do with this kind of a wife who doesn't want to listen? So I told him, you know what? I'm sorry, but it was really hard for me to accept. Even today, I'm still thinking, that moment, things were really hard. So he explained to me the benefits of that. He even decided he would take me down to the village before we even relocate, so that I can see what kind of a village we are going to. So I agreed. We went to the villages. Things even got worse. Where will I say my pajamas? No friends. No, the life was not good. So for the first day, we were in the villages. I remember even the first Sabbath, because we were there for a week. I went to church with him. He tried by all, I don't want to lie, he's so patient. He tried by all his power to convince me otherwise. And we went to church. By lunchtime, because I'm an Adventist, what we do, we spend the whole day at church, evenings, morning service, lunch, and then afternoon service, and then we go back home. I couldn't spend the whole day there. I was like, no, man, these are not the type of people that I want to meet in life. It was not good. So I went back home at lunchtime. He drove me back with my child. We stayed at home, we slept. Then in the evening, he came back. He prayed again. Then on Sunday, we came back, and he told me, whether you like it or not, I know it's you are in pain. But can you see the plan that I have for the family? Can you see who would save the rentals, the groceries? Because I used to use around 150 to 200 for the family of 3. That's, huge money. So he told me that we would save rentals, groceries, medicine, etc. a lot. Restaurants, fuel. Where will I go? A week passed. we started to pack. Yes, ndaida kudi. So yes, we packed, and yeah, the drivers came. I was even afraid to drive that long distance highway going down to Wonde Valley. That was the area that we were going. That's where my journey began for me to become a YouTuber, you know. Yeah, I think it's a blessing for me. That call was a blessing, but I didn't realize then, because I started earning online when I was in the villages. Now we are in the villages. That house we were staying, it was a company house, really beautiful. The service was really good, and they would give us helpers, would do gardening. I was a queen there, you know. I was a queen there, queen of the village. Things were really okay. So we started to save. The first month, second month, third month, 60th month, life goes on. I started to talk to a few people, but I didn't like it at all. I was trying to adjust. So asking people about who makes clothes here, because that's what I know, who do cakes. I remember when I went to order a cake from the Growth Point, it was so rough. They told me you need to book 2 days or 3 days before. Don't just come and say you want a cake from the shop. And I was like, so I was like, I think let me start doing a business myself. Let me try to get someone to teach me cakes online. Yeah, you know, you guys, I started making cakes from the villages. Yeah, I did the course online. Drink making, I also did it online. I started to do business, back to back, women empowerment in the village. I really enjoyed the moment that even in district, I was achieving more and more. It was now becoming the news, breaking news. So I even started owning a shop. Yeah, it was really hard. But my husband now was like, I want you to rest. I will take care of you. But me being me, you know, Shami, I was like, no, of course, yes. But we need to do it together. I need to bring something on the table. I would perform my duties as a wife up to now. Like I would do everything, you know, to make sure that you are truly taken care of, like with the family. But I also need a hustle because my husband was moving. Okay, now coming back again to Harare, he would go to, you know, certain areas. You travel, you know, as a wife, you would think that what if you know, guys, this thing is natural. Yeah, you want another one? Okay, now sit down. As you know, as a wife, you know how things are. We always think negative things. So I said to him, I want to start working. He did not support me in those areas. You want to go into the village and start working? My wife, you know. No, I was not allowed to do that. And we were staying at a farm. I did all those kind of things without him supporting me. You guys, I was really stubborn. I'm not telling anyone to become stubborn, but I was so stubborn, I know. So I opened my business. The business started to boom again in the villages. I would tell people to come to the lessons. That by then my husband was supporting me fully. Things started to come together. I was happy. I was earning. I would go to work. I would empower women out there. They would pay for me to teach them the skills, you know. I would do baking lessons. People would come. I would earn some money. So my husband was so supportive then. Yeah, it was really amazing. He was now supporting me because of that, which I'm so happy. I always respect my husband no matter what happens, you know, because he's always the man who thinks about his family all the time, you know, and his image, you know, reputation as a man, something like that. But as a wife, you know, we want security. And I love to work, you know, using my own hands. So I started to do things online now. From Harare to Wonde Valley, things would go such kind of a way that I would do wedding dresses, I would deliver. Hey, that was the life. First year, second year, third year. And then we started saving as a family, and we decided to buy a stand for us because I was now frugal. I would grow my own crops, I would rear my own chickens, would buy goat meat. Life was so organic and everything was so cheap. The cost of living in the villages, I love that. I think if I were to choose now whether to go back to the village or to stay in the city. I would choose the village because that life is peaceful. That's when I started to become a peaceful homemaker, a simple homemaker. I think you guys knew me from the villages, not here. That's why I said a biggest sacrifice that we did with my family. This was the biggest sacrifice. This was not easy. Sometimes it's good to downgrade. If you are renting a full house, you see the cost of living is high for you, you are not even saving. It's good to downgrade, you know, but sometimes you feel demotivated to do that because of friends, the status, the lifestyle, etc. What would people say? I used to do that. Like, what about my status, etc. But I think those are the things to ignore, you know, and start investing in our future, or building a home, starting businesses, etc. Things will work out at the end. That was such kind of a life. So that's how I become a frugal homemaker. And then we bought our land in Mutare because we thought we were never going to come back in Harare. But a few months later, you know, after 3 years, my husband also got promoted, and he said, can we go back or not? But I know his decisions are based on what he's gonna achieve after accepting such kind of an offer. So yes, he accepted coming back to Harare. I was so happy again to come back to my friends, you know, and to continue the life that I lost 3 years ago. But now that it's positive, because we now have a home, our dream home that we are finishing up in Mutare. Our child is going to school. We also managed to secure land here in Harare, you know, something like that. I'll talk about with you guys as we go, because we want to start saving again and start investing in that second property. We bought some cows, you know what I'm talking about. So life, you know, life comes with a lot of sacrifices. So here we are, guys, back again in Harare, and we are renting a cottage this side of the city. Really amazing, because now we have nothing to fear, nothing to lose. Already have a home, 2 kids, yeah. If I were to get another opportunity of choosing whether to relocate or not, I would not be afraid to downgrade my life. Even from using my Honda Fit to using a bicycle, I would love that, because I know it's saving fuel. That money we are using for something else. So guys, don't be afraid to even grab on an opportunity for you to relocate, or to change the location, or anything that you think of downgrading. Stop buying anything, something like that, or stop upgrading a cell phone. Hey, back then I know I was really stubborn, you know, my status, my lifestyle, etc. The kind of friends that I have. But if I were to advise my old self back there, that call was a blessing in disguise. Was a blessing, you know. Yeah, if it was not for that call, I think by now, still renting in Tin World, maybe, no house, kids going to those kinds of schools, no land in Harare. You know, we couldn't be able to save, because on one income, even the kind of businesses that I'm doing right now, because YouTube started in the village, you know. So I think that was a blessing. I'm so happy about that, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. That was 3 years ago, and I decided to share that with you, so that you guys, you understand what we are doing in our channel. Like, it's not just random. It's a story which began somewhere else, because you knew me from the village. So I decided to share with you how we moved to the village 3 years ago, like the experience. How hard was it to make such kind of a sacrifice? But now I've gained more and more, including you guys now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. If it was you back there, what were you going to do? Accept or not? Yeah, it was hard. So anyway, guys, see you in our next interesting video. I'm going to share city life versus village life, the cost of living, what we used to spend in the villages. How was it? Like, how was the village life? Now we are living in the cities almost a year. How is it? So I've got a lot to share with you. They love you so much. Bye.